The fat acceptance, body positivity movement is absolutely destructive towards society, just like simps are. So yesterday we spoke about simps and the danger that they are to society. Now we're going to talk about body positivity and the fat acceptance movement. For any of my OG subscribers who were here since day one, you'll know that I got to my first 1,000 subscribers through talking about the body positivity movement. You see, as a man of value who's been places and who's going places in life, I believe in personal responsibility and accountability to the greatest degree possible. Everything is your fault. And even if it's not your fault, what are you going to do about it? It's still up to you to find a solution. And this is why the body positivity movement absolutely grinds me gears. And yeah, I've been a personal trainer for 12 years. I've got my own gym. I help people lose weight. That's what I do. So in no way me talking about this am I hating on people who are overweight. If anything, I want to be able to help, hence why I make this type of content. But what I do hate is the avoidance of accountability and responsibility, lying to yourself and then lying to other people about your health, saying that you're perfectly healthy and that you just don't care about being slim. But today we're going to be reacting to another video from FBE Capital, the lies and destruction by fat acceptance and body positivity influencers on TikTok. If you haven't subscribed by now, what are you doing, lad? Come on, lads. Subscribe to my channel. We're going big this year, setting some standards with the daily uploads. Come on, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you're having an awesome day.
I'm having knee pain, some ankle pain, like when I go downstairs, like
I haven't done a body positive video in kind of a while, and I wanted to sit down today and film one.
I'm not feeling good.
That's a crazy difference, 2015 to 2021. Do you know what's also mad? Is that once you get to a certain level of obesity, you start looking the same as other people. And that's nothing to be offended by. It's simply because it removes all your features. The main features which makes your face unique is your bone structure. Most people ignore this. It's your jawline, it's your cheekbones, it's your nose, it's your eyes. If you start gaining fat all around those areas, you start losing your features. This is why a lot of obese people start looking the same. You have that puffed out piggy look. This is not how you're meant to look.
I don't know when we're gonna be able to just stop like differentiating
And we can see she's a very pretty girl as well. If she was lean, she'd be fit.
between plus size and normal.
Size 14 is not the health standard. Like I believe bigger people, smaller people, anyone can be healthy. But I know I need to get some of this excess weight off me because I'm not feeling good anymore.
And that's what frustrates me the most, because I think it's destroying a lot of young minds.
Anyone can be healthy, but I am not feeling good.
I will see you guys very soon. I love you. Bye.
And this is what happens when you avoid that accountability over the years and you lie to yourself and other people because you can't swallow your pride and admit that you're not happy with how you look in the mirror. You keep going down a destructive path to the point where you can't take it anymore. But it seems like such a mountainous task to try and undo all this harmful stuff that you've done to your body. So then it's a motivation problem, or you never actually acknowledge how you feel and you just keep going down that destructive path until you die. Because trying to get that weight off you when you've psychologically convinced yourself on a deep level, you're going to find it really hard to change your behaviors.
I am having gastric bypass surgery.
Now I think we can all agree that this girl 7 years ago seems to have been the sweetest, most innocent, most positive individual, and it almost pains me to criticize her. But no matter how infectiously sweet you are, your message can still be very flawed and counterproductive, especially when it's conflicting with your own actions.
This is something that I always say. How can you preach body positivity when you're doing something destructive to your body, to your life, to your mentality? A lot of women tie body positivity, fat acceptance with self-love. How can you love yourself, truly love yourself, when you eat an ice cream for breakfast and 12 Krispy Kreme donuts as a snack? The only way you can express true love is by being the best version of yourself.
I owe an explanation because this was something that I was so passionate about, like embracing your lower tummy, because I know we all got lower tummies.
When you're this size, it's not just a lower tummy. It's overall fat. It's fat everywhere. You haven't got a lower tummy. Your lower tummy is your whole body. Everything is big.
But ultimately, I started developing problems with my lower tummy.
Not only are you giving people false hope that they can just live this unhealthy lifestyle and have no help.
Me owning it with cellulite. Cellulite is basically just the fat that is visible through your skin. When you're this size, you technically don't have cellulite. You just have a lot of fat. Your whole body is pretty much cellulite.
You're also causing serious damage to other young people that look up to you. And don't just take my word for it, listen to her own words several years later about the problems with her messaging on her channel.
She's finally starting to recognize how toxic this message can be.
I think I've done some damage on my channel that really just isn't okay, that I feel really bad about.
Now this is just one example
Fair
of a
enough.
body positivity and fat acceptance influencer preaching a faulty lifestyle for years
You can see there, you know, she's a pretty
and then
girl.
falling prey to her.
Even there, she's still high body fat percentage. I would reckon she is around 35% body fat here. Now, that's still unhealthy by NHS standards. He said the average woman should really be under 30% body fat and the average man should be under 20% body fat just to be healthy and have a low risk of your cancers, your type 2 diabetes, strokes, heart disease, high cholesterol, blood pressure problems. Some people will say, oh, look at her there, she's nice and healthy. Even this technically is not actually healthy. Now, put another 200 pounds on top of that. We're talking about a level of you're going to die early.
Very own messaging, which makes this such a perfect illustration of everything that is wrong with the fat acceptance.
Making other women feel beautiful in their skin. You don't really feel beautiful in your skin though when you actually truly sit there and look at yourself in the mirror without social media and you haven't got people to give you the validation. You would probably hate yourself. The only thing that's keeping you going and making you feel good and keeping you deluded for so long is the fact that you'll post a picture like this, then you will be flooded with hundreds or thousands of comments saying, you go girl, wow, you're such a queen, you are my inspiration. So you start buying into your own lies, you start becoming even more deluded, and then you bury the truth of how you feel deep down. If I have a big fat gut and I feel disgusting and I post pictures up and I'm getting thousands of comments of people saying, wow, you look incredible, then times that by 10 years, yeah, I'm probably going to be a little bit deluded as well.
Currently, there are thousands of fat acceptance influencers on Instagram, YouTube, and especially on TikTok, where body positivity is just morphing into a dangerous cult.
There is, again, plenty of body of research. You do not eat yourself into type 2 diabetes.
Oh my God. You 100% do. Type 2 diabetes is influenced by your diet and lifestyle massively. Let's see what this girl says.
Determinants of weight. Diet and exercise only account for 15%. 15.
Wrong.
1-5.
No.
Genes and socioeconomic determinants account for 85%.
What she might be talking about there is if two parents have type 2 diabetes, then you have a much more higher probability of getting it yourself. But you can have like zero genetic predisposition for type 2 diabetes and then still get type 2 diabetes because of your diet and lifestyle. I've had clients who've got no history of type 2 diabetes in the family, yet they end up becoming type 2 diabetic due to the diet and lifestyle. I've now helped a good handful of people reverse the type 2 diabetes through improving the diet and exercise. We can even see here beyond type2.org. Type 2 diabetes accounts for 90% of all diabetes cases. In a family where type 2 diabetes is prevalent, a person has a 40% chance of developing it if one parent has type 2 diabetes and 70% if both parents have it. So that is more in line with the statistics that she's talking about. The power of food was revealed in a study of more than 20,000 people from the Netherlands, published earlier this year in the European Journal of Nutrition. It showed that a diet heavy in junk food, characterized by soft drinks, fries and chips, increased the risk of type 2 diabetes by 70%. Diet is of primary importance. If someone wants to reduce their risk of getting type 2 diabetes, dietary changes have to be a part of the strategy, together with exercise and stress management. What this guy is doing here is making excuses. He's finding statistics and arguments to support his way of life, so therefore he doesn't have to change and can put it down to his genetics.
Why do you need to be a certain size? Why do you need to look a certain way?
Because obesity is a disease.
These people are selling the idea that you can be as fat as you want to and still live a healthy, carefree, and happy life. But is this reality, or are they selling you a bunch of lies? Because this lifestyle is not going to hurt you the next day or the next month, but when we look at the results over multiple years, we start to see the true long-term effects of this movement and the damage that it's doing to their bodies.
Ultimately, I haven't been feeling good. I'm done with the battle. I'm sick of not feeling good.
Honestly, my circulation is so bad. Like literally, I'll sit on a bench and they'll be purple.
Why do you need to be a certain size? Why do you need to look a certain way?
I am going to have the gastric sleeve weight loss surgery.
Take a look at this girl. Imagine she was slim and toned, 20% body fat, 23% body fat. Put her face on a girl who has an in-shape body. She would actually be fit. She's naturally pretty. Yet what's happened is she's got obese and it's hidden away all of her features. But this is what happens. They live in denial for years. And then when they can't take it anymore and they've suffered a great deal from their own lack of accountability, then they try and finally tackle the problem.
Now there is a positive note here, since this lady did come clean in the end about all her medical struggles as one of the very few, and you almost have to commend her for doing so. However, this still doesn't change the fact that she's been promoting this lifestyle for years which led to her feeling miserable, and her honesty about it hasn't always been forthcoming.
I don't want to be known as a liar and not telling you guys about it. Like, I see the comments every day about it, and I'm just like, I have no bigger regret in my life than not sharing the tummy tuck.
The internet is an absolutely amazing place for accountability. A lot of people say the internet is very harsh and it's filled with bullying and trolling, which I agree with to a certain extent, but that is a form of accountability. There comes a point when there's a certain amount of the same type of comment coming through. Maybe you should take it on board as constructive criticism. I got it on TikTok all last year. I filmed loads of content whilst I was sick. I lost all my gains, lost all my size, and I got hounded online for my lack of gains because I'm talking about trying to build muscle and people are saying, why would they listen to you? Look at you, you're skinny. And I'm not going to sit there and explain to everyone that my diet's been bad and I haven't been able to train properly because of being sick and of being injured. That being said, now that I'm not sick, I've seen all the comments and I take them as constructive criticism and I use it as motivation to get me ass sorted. But a lot of these people online brush it off as just trolls or just bullying. Obviously, there is bullying out there, and I understand that. Sometimes it's good to listen to it.
The biggest disservice these people are doing for the people that are struggling with their weight.
Hella thick, adjective. Number 1, fine, sexy, fat, hot, etc. Number 2, damn, that bitch is hella thick. Number 3, not regular thick, but thick AF. Now, I bet you she's selling this t-shirt, so she's probably making a good amount of money combined with YouTube revenue and sponsorships, whatever else she's selling. She's probably smashing it, which again is another reason to avoid accountability. If she was slim, she wouldn't be making as much money. This type of stuff is just another coping mechanism.
Is not showing or telling the full story. If you're going to recommend people to not mind their calorie intake and not to worry about size or weight or pursue an active lifestyle, then at least be honest about all the problems that come with it, but that's not what they're doing. These fat activists go on and on for years giving people false information and false hope about how healthy they truly are. However, in that very same period...
Does this look healthy to you? I'm not hating on the girl, but look, with all the makeup on, and she looks all glamorous, and she's got the professional camera on her with the light and gets rid of all your blemishes. Yes, she looks great. You go, girl. Look how smooth your skin is. Oh, girl, let me see your skincare routine. Then this is the reality. Instagram versus reality. Here you go. Does this look healthy? No. Go back to my videos from lockdown, early 2020. I looked terrible because I was drinking every night, eating loads of crap, and not looking after myself. I was doing all sorts of crap that was destructive to my health, and it reflected in my face. This girl has got a face of someone who was not healthy.
She also underwent laser lipo.
If any of you guys are new to my channel, I did get laser lipo on my jawline.
Just lose fat. Laser lipo. Her face is still fat. You can see the cheeks, and she's got that chin where it pops out because the cheeks are too fat, so the cheeks become like gerbil cheeks here, but then your chin just pops out at the bottom. If you ever see people who are really obese, I'm not telling you to go around look at obese people's chins, but she's getting laser lipo on her jawline. Just lose fat. That's natural lipo. Look, my jawlines came in a little bit, but I've gained a little bit of weight back now, so I'm losing it slightly. But when I was like 169 pounds, my jawline was very squared off. Whereas when I'm 205 pounds or 15 stone and I'm a big fat ass, my head is like a moon and I've got no jawline. I look terrible.
Get lap band surgery specifically in Mexico at age 16. Although I did lose about 60, maybe 70 pounds with this surgery, I did end up getting it removed in the US.
A tummy tuck to remove excess skin and fat that was getting seriously infected all the time.
It was just giving me enough problems where I looked into getting my lower stomach removed.
Imagine what it smelled like. How much money would it take you to lick underneath the belly where all the cheese and infected mold is?
And to top it all off, the granddaddy of weight loss surgeries, a gastric bypass.
I just had gastric bypass about 10 days ago.
How do you not see a problem with promoting this lifestyle that will eventually lead to having all of these procedures?
Is this all the same person? Everyone looks different. The bottom right looks like Tinder and then the top right looks like reality. What you order versus what you get from wish.com.
Some of which she even tried to hide out of fear for a backlash and loss of income.
I'll never forget when I talked to her about it.
Exactly what I just said a few minutes ago. Loss of income. If she is truthful, she loses income. Therefore, her lies are rewarded the same way the fake natty community is rewarded for lying about the steroid use in the fitness industry. These fitness influencers take gear and lie to you. I know people who've done it. I know lads, not people who I associate with, but they'll sell kettlebell training programs and promise you that it'll build muscle. When they built their muscle through doing heavy bench presses, 250 kilogram deadlifts, heavy pull downs, weighted chin ups, heavy squats, and loads of of steroids, but now they're selling an app or a kettlebell program. Yeah, have a body like me. Have a body like me from doing some kettlebell press-ups and kettlebell swings. Same principle here. He lied to you because lies are rewarded financially.
I told her, I'm like, look, I feel like I need to share this. And she told me it would affect my body positive brand.
Yeah,
and that it wouldn't be smart to share. And at that time too, there's a lot of financial pressure. I didn't want to mess up my brand and my career.
Just think about that. She actually promoted a lifestyle and a type of acceptance that in just 7 years led to her needing gastric bypass surgery to undo all of the damage done to her body, even though she was posting like this every single month.
Hey, it's time. We're jiggling. We're flapping. And we don't give a damn.
To post this type of content knowing you're unhappy about the state of your body and all the medical problems that you're dealing with is absolute madness, and she's not even the only one doing this. Here's another influencer promoting body positivity for years, saying that she's happy and that she's healthy, and that you too can be happy and healthy at every size. But watch how all of a sudden all these problems pop up, and her entire messaging changes when she wants to have weight loss surgery.
Yes, I have decided I'm going to have the gastric sleeve surgery for many, many different reasons. Me personally, my hormones are all over the place. They kind of always have been.
It's not your hormones that you're really concerned about. It's the fact that you actually hate your body. You just don't want to say it because, like the other girl, you know it'll affect your brand.
An influencer signs a major brand deal with a cigarette company and does product placement in all of their videos by smoking a bunch, and then 7 years later, they pop into a clinic and get a lung transplant. That's exactly how f***ed up this whole body positivity situation is. I mean, it's great for the influencer. They can simply press Command Z or Control Z and spend thousands of dollars in surgery and recovery, but how many of their fans have this same option? And are these fans even aware of all the problems that await them? They are selling a falsehood of being happy and healthy while they were clearly not.
But I know I need to get some of this excess weight off me because I'm not feeling good anymore.
And second, the source of their unhealthy and unhappy state was in large parts caused by their eating and lifestyle choices, the very same choices and lifestyle they were selling to their audience and making money off. This girl in 2015 would have never needed gastric bypass surgery if she had maintained a healthy lifestyle of regular exercise and normal calorie intake, which is exactly the thing that she had to do before being allowed to have gastric bypass surgery.
If you was one of their loyal followers and subscribers and you was following everything they were saying, not worrying about what you was eating, going with the whole body positivity movement and fat acceptance movement, letting yourself get out of hand with a big massive gut. Yeah, we can do it, we're queens, woo woo, we're 10 out of 10s. We don't need to go to the gym like men do. And then all of a sudden, these influencers who have influenced you to make these decisions and helped you justify being obese have now done a 180 on you and said, do you know what? I think I'm going to lose weight now. I'm a millionaire. Good luck with your weight. Hope you're doing well, but I need to get myself sorted. Bye. No wonder they'll get backlash from that because people will feel lied to, deceived, most importantly, misled.
Now, the irony of this whole disaster is that these influencers basically create their own little torture chambers with their social media platforms and their web of lies about their actual health.
Because they've put themselves into a box now. It's kind of like me making one type of content for years and then all of a sudden doing a 180 and changing me content completely and having a completely opposing message to what I previously had. You're going to be like, wait there a second. You were saying the complete opposite yesterday. Where's this come from?
This channel has become really negative for my mental health. This video is so vulnerable right now. Like I'm like literally just like shaking. I'm so nervous right now because I've thought about filming this and like I'm so afraid of like being canceled over.
Yeah, because all of your followers are toxic, fat, bitter, and unhappy with themselves, which you have created. Deep at the core, all of your subscribers who followed your message also hate themselves. The reason why they haven't recognized it is because they're in a group, a community that makes them feel like they're not alone. They say misery loves company. If you're miserable, but you're surrounded by 100 other miserable people, it makes your life seem not that bad. Whereas if you're miserable, then you come on my channel and you see me looking like a Greek god, smashing life, absolutely dominating any area, any endeavor that I step into. It's going to amplify your misery even more.
I never wanted to share this, but I get why people were upset that I didn't. Suffering mentally, like my mental health has not been well.
So this lady has been selling some real bull for several years. However, now that she wants to start a family, and now all of a sudden she's willing to deal with reality.
I'm just ready to feel good
and get in a good place so I can start a family.
When you actually look at the size of her, look at her shoulders, look at her traps, she's quite big, she's massive. You say sometimes the camera can be slimming. Once you pass that point of a wide angle camera lens not being able to slim you, I think it's time to go on a diet.
I am having so much lower back pain. I'm having knee pain, some ankle pain, like when I go downstairs, like I'm not feeling good. And like, I don't think I'm comfortable with us starting a family now, like until I can feel better.
So you're probably not going to be able to start a family because you're that overweight. So your fertility goes down massively when you're overweight. I know women, not personally who are friends, but I know some women in my extended circles who want kids, they want to get pregnant, but they can't. And their doctors have specifically told them the best thing that you can do right now is lose weight. And then they'll say, I haven't got the motivation to lose weight. If one of the greatest things we can do in this life is bring new life into the world and have kids, which I believe it is, and you obviously believe it is as well, seeing that it's one of your biggest goals that you want to accomplish right now, yet you need to be able to lose weight in order to have that level of fulfillment and bring kids into this world, and you're still not motivated. I'm sorry, but you've got no chance.
When you are only focusing on how amazing it is to be plus size and that you are living your best life, as they say, claiming that everything is fine, then yes, it's going to look like you only did it for the money, since you were clearly not happy at all and you were definitely not healthy. In fact, the only thing that these influencers are not hiding is how much weight they are losing and how much happier they are after the procedure.
And as of today, I have lost 92 pounds. So 92 pounds in 6 months is crazy to me. I get questions a lot of the time as well. Are you happy with that? And of course I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Of course I'm happy with that.
Must feel good.
It's turning into a fitness channel now. Being fit and being healthy is what self-love is. It's what body positivity is. Not being fat, out of shape and lazy. I've actually known of some female personal trainers who've got in incredible shape. They've got slim, they've got toned, they've lifted weights, and they look really good and really fit. And then what they start doing is gaining the weight back ever so slowly just gaining. And you see them gaining it on social media. They slowly start losing the tone and definition. They start talking about bloating a lot more. Oh, I'm bloated and time of the month and flexible eating. And you notice slowly over time of these female PTs, the message of their brand changes to match their fatness, regardless of however I look, whether I'm on a bulk or I'm on a cut or I've lost muscle or I'm injured or I'm just doing kickboxing, whatever it is. My message always remains the same, of being strong, powerful, explosive, building muscle and strength naturally, without steroids, doing some martial arts, making money, becoming a better version of yourself. That is always my message. These birds go from looking absolutely incredible, looking sexy, fit and toned, and embracing that, to then getting fatter and fatter and fatter and being out of shape, legit out of shape PTs, and now all of a sudden talking about bloating, body positivity, comparing yourself to other women, self-love, fat acceptance. And this is the beauty of being female. Regardless whatever they do, they never actually experience any consequences, because as they start getting fatter and talking about body positivity and fat acceptance and self-love and bloating, now all the fat obese women come over, resonate with that new message and still pay them. So whether they're in shape or fat, these female PTs still make money, whereas a male PT, you have to be in shape, you have to look like you know what you're talking about, otherwise no one's going to pay you. I just want to say to everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. We've had over 300,000 views across the channel in the last 28 days. We've had over 1,200 subscribers in the last 28 days now, so this is the fastest the channel has ever been growing, and I super appreciate it. I'm kind of thinking 10,000 subscribers by the end of February now, daily uploads. So if you haven't subscribed and you like this type of content, subscribe. And I've got loads of boss training resources in the description down below, so check them out if you want to build muscle naturally. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.